swings, you can do anything. On the swings, you can fly. So let's paint a picture of at least one person on one swing. And this is clearly an adult person. Looks like a woman to me. As you watch the video, you'll see that it kind of just happened, me just having fun. And I started today with a raw umber canvas, a brown canvas. And I guess the intent didn't pan out, but the intent was to keep it kind of, what do they call it, sepia? Or like brown and white. It didn't work out that way. I'm too attracted to colors. I have a hard time like saying, okay, let's keep it all gray and white, and then I add, wow, let me add some red, let me add some orange, let me add some more colors to this. So that's what happened here. What tried to be a painting of sepia or brown and white or whatever turned out to have a little more color, but not too much. It's got a little bit of color in it. So anyway, there it is. If you are interested in supporting what I'm doing and perhaps help me fix my car, I do sell my paintings now. I know I was giving them away, and I know that's been kind of my message all along, but my car broke down. What am I going to do, So I'm going to try to sell paintings. So here's the address right there. Okay, that's it. That's the whole sales pitch today. All right, let me show you how I painted this one. All right, good morning. Today I'm kind of doing an experiment. You can see that I have an 11 by 14 inch canvas, and I've painted it brown, really dark brown, raw umber specifically. And my palette is different also. I mean, I have white, which is normal, but I have Payne's gray, more raw umber, same color as the paint already on the canvas. Some orangish color and burnt sienna, a light blue, and some what they call dark titanium white. The reason this is an experiment, the reason I say that is because I don't know what I'm doing, to be honest with you. I mean, I kind of know in my mind what I want to paint a picture of, but I'm not sure how to go about it. So I'm going to use a big old brush. It's kind of big and it's kind of stiff. So I just basically want to put like a horizon, maybe 1/3 or 2/3 of the way down from the top. Put some mountains and some sky and a foreground tree, and it'll take it from there. So I think what I want to do first is I want to get some of this orange. I want to mix it with some of this burnt sienna and just see what happens, because it's such a dark background already that I need to add light to it. Now I might need to add yellow to my palette here. I'm not really sure what I'm doing. Let me go ahead and add some white to that too. Let me lighten it up a lot. Yeah, I don't want it to be white, but I want it to be lightened, so just kind of spread it around. And I'm really not that concerned about being neat at all. In fact, the exact opposite. I want it to be very, very loose. I want it to be very, I guess the word sloppy applies, but loose. I want the paint to be thick, or impasto, as I like to say. And you can see the brush is even hairy, it's all wild. So I'm gonna just do my best to spread this on here. So I want my horizon like down here somewhere. Like right about there is where I want my horizon. Not the horizon necessarily, but the edge of like a reflective lake or something. And then we'll put some just trying to sketch here now a little bit. Some mountains there, and maybe some distant mountains in there as well. So with that said, how you guys doing? Oh, I've been busy lately. I've been so busy. My car has been giving me so much trouble. I have spent more money on my car. I know you don't want to hear my troubles, but so now I'm thinking I need to start selling paintings. I was trying not to. I was trying to give them all away, but you probably run into the same conclusion sometimes, right? That, oh well, I can't be Mr. Benevolent every single day. So I'm going to have to sell a bunch of paintings to pay for my car. Although I'm thinking about just buying a new one. I know I can go to the bank. Hey, but you know what us artists have that the rest of the world doesn't have? Well, and what by artists, I mean anybody who creates anything. If you can create something, then you have something that people who can't create have. You do. You have the ability to make money with your creations. Absolutely. Yeah. I've been doing it so long that it's kind of second nature for me, but I kind of shied away from the whole idea. You know why I shied away from it? Because so many people were expressing a desire to want the art. People who were doing great things like feeding the homeless and giving shelter to people. Like I went the other day to a place where they were helping out the homeless and also helping out people who had been addicted to drugs. And those people have no money. So for them to have art on their walls, it's highly unlikely that they're going to be able to have the money it takes to buy a real good piece of art. So that's why I was doing it. You know, and for the kids at the church, you know, they were benefiting from the sale, the auction of the art. They were benefiting from it because it was enabling them to go places that their parents could never afford to send them. So that was why. For those of you who wondered. For those inquiring minds that wanted to know. Yeah. Well, that is truly the reason why. And every once in a while something happens where I gotta do something for myself. And even though I hate it. I mean, if I lived in a city, see, I live in Ocala, which is, I don't even live in Ocala, I live outside of Ocala. I guess I could walk everywhere, but I think I need my car for a few more years anyway, before I get too old to drive. Which, you might argue that's right now. No, I'm good. I'm good. Anyway, enough of that. You've got your own things. Oh, by the way, I'm trying also to do this kind of as an experiment in monotone, almost like just an idea. But I don't want it to be too contrived, if that makes sense. I still want it to be very artsy, very artistic. Alright, let's get some of this. Now I'm using some of the orange and the very brown that I have on the painting already. I just want to create a very light, maybe a mountain or something in the background. Something almost hard to see. Just keep it. Put some more bright in there. have that mountain in the background, you see. It's just there. Now this foreground is going to be trees, so I'm actually going to make it darker than it already is. I'm going to use Payne's Gray to do that. Just dab it in there. This is almost like a Bob Ross technique, if you think about it. You know, he was very good at taking the canvas and making it come alive almost instantly. You know, but just by dabbing onto it, giving texture to everything. I think I'm gonna need I might need some orange or yellow on here. Let me get some green to that. Just little hints of green, I think. Just so when you're looking at it, you get the idea that those are trees. As dark as they are, as silhouetted as they are, those are trees. So how do you sell your paintings? What do you do? Do you go to art shows? Do you do art walks? Like Rob and I participate in so many art walks over the last few years. The last 20 years. We did it a long time. So what do you do? Do you use the internet to sell your art? I use a website called Fine Art America. I probably have shared that with you before. I know I share it on my on the description here on this channel, but I don't know that I've talked about it much lately. Anyway, I think I did some videos ago, maybe a year ago. But yeah, I use Fine Art America. It's only $30 a year. $30 a year, that's a pretty good price, right? For a website. And then when people want to buy the originals, they contact me. And when they want to buy the prints, they just get it right through Fine Art America. And Fine Art America takes care of all of that. They even guarantee it, so I'm not trying to sell you anything, by the way. I am trying to sell right now to fix my car, but I'm not trying to sell to you. You and I are in the same boat, I think, based on what I read. Did you guys right? But anyway, so if somebody wants the original art, like this painting right here, they want the actual canvas that I'm working on right now, then they contact me, and I charge $3 a square inch. That's my formula, and I don't charge anything for shipping unless it's like. There's been a few times where somebody overseas wanted something, and you go to the pack and ship place, and it's like a fortune. So then you have to get back to the client and you say, look, to send it to Saudi Arabia or whatever, to send it to Asia is not going to be feasible for me. I just can't afford to, because I'll lose everything I'm making in profit. And usually they are people who have way more money than I'll ever have, and they don't care. If they want a painting, they go for it. They say, okay, Mr. Whitler, okay, here comes the money. And then I always say, well, why didn't I charge more in the first place? No, that was years ago. I actually haven't done that in a long time. Well, maybe I'll do it. Start doing it now, again. Back in the saddle, kids. Back in the saddle. That's what I should call the title for this video. I'm back in the saddle. Selling my paintings again. I have no choice. I don't know what to do. I don't have a car that works right now. Well, I do. It works, but it's really rough. It's really rough. I had to pay a couple $1,000s just to get the manifold. Was leaking or whatever. I don't know. I'm not a car guy, but bore you with my stuff. Bore you with my stuff? I don't want to bore you with my stuff. How's that look? Is it starting to look like a landscape already? I think it is. It's coming alive. It's coming alive. It's making sense. Oh my gosh, a painting that makes sense. How unusual is that? Usually paintings don't make sense. Mr. Whitler, your paintings are too ordinary. Mr. Whitler, did you have any like that? You have any like, what do you call it, analysis? Like you go to an art show and you don't even want it. You don't even ask for it. You're not even soliciting opinions. You're just showing your art. Mr. Whitler, your artwork is too whatever. By today's standards. Okay, whatever. Guess what? I'm not from today. I'm from yesterday. I'm a time traveler. That's what I should say. That's a great idea. Next time that comes up, I'll say I'm a time traveler. Of course it looks like it's been done before. Yes, that's been done before. Okay. That's been done before. What do they say? There's nothing new under the sun. There's nothing new under the sun. Well, I think there are some things that are new. I will be the first to say I'm probably not the innovator. I'm probably not the one innovating anything. That looks right. Looks kind of cool, actually. Can I get it lighter here? Yeah. I'm using the same big old brush. Everything I've done so far is with one brush. All right, let me get some green down here. Just a little grassy area here. Maybe a little bit of orange in there. Let me get some yellow. What is that called? That's yellow ochre, right? Yellow ochre. Get some yellow ochre in there. Yeah, that's good. I didn't want like a lemon yellow. I just wanted a yellow. A yellow. It's time to paint with yellow, kids. What do you think so far? It's starting to look like a landscape, right? And you know what we need to do. Come on, everybody. You know what we need to do. We need to put a foreground tree in there. Right there. Big old tree. Let's just put it in there. A happy tree. Thank you, Bob Ross. Bob Ross, everybody misses you. I have had so many people tell me your name in regards to looking at my videos. And that was not intentional, but apparently I'm reminding people of you, Mr. Ross. Did you know I went to your grave? Robin and I both did. We went to your grave. We spoke to you. Maybe you remember. Maybe you were there. Maybe you saw us. Maybe you passed the torch. Maybe that's why. Maybe Bob Ross passed the torch to me. What do you think? It's possible, I guess. I don't want to rule out anything. So many things are possible. Anything's possible. That's what they say. Anything is possible. Anything at all. The walls came tumbling in Jericho. I don't believe in walls. I don't believe in walls. I think one thing that would be nice is if I had an actual, like a recording studio for video. And maybe a director actually operating everything. So all I had to do was paint and talk. I didn't have to worry about using the equipment. I wouldn't have to worry about editing. I don't edit much of these anyway. Very little. Very little do I edit. There's our basic landscape. I'm kind of happy with that. All right, I will change brushes now. I know you're tired of me using that one brush. I know you're saying to yourself, Larry, Papa, why are you doing that? Why are you using one brush the whole way through? All right, here we go, happy tree. It's time to grow a happy tree. We use the browns and the Payne's gray. Trees are neither gray nor brown, but in a painting, they are. Right to the ground. With it almost rhymed. Paintings are neither gray nor brown, but in a painting they are right down to the ground. Are you painting right now? I hope you are. I hope I'm painting with you while you're painting. Because that's really what I'm doing here. I'm painting while you're painting. I'm with you through the camera. There's my phone buzzing. Somebody texted me or something. Let's see. Oh, it's a Google alert. A Google alert. Okay. You know what I'm probably going to do today? I'm probably going to go out. Maybe I'll feed the ducks. Have you ever heard that you shouldn't feed ducks bread? That's what Robin told me. That we should feed them peas. Frozen peas. She heard that on the internet. So that's what we did. We tried it one day and the ducks didn't want to have anything to do with it. They didn't want those frozen peas. They loved the bread. I don't know why people told us the bread is not a good idea. Not sure. Okay, bring this limb. Let's make this one of these big old limbs that just hangs down. another limb here. Let that one reach right out of the picture. One of the earliest works of art that I still have from when I was 17 years old features trees. Maybe that says something about me. What is that? What is that symbolism theory that an artist paints stuff and it's all symbolic? What does this symbolize about me? Oh my gosh, if I was going to try to analyze my own choices, like why do I choose to paint trees? Why do I choose to paint dappled light so often? Which I do that. Why do I do that? Well, if I was going to analyze it, I would say it's because I like the way they look. Or maybe I could say it symbolizes my desire to be out in nature. Does that make sense? Alright, I know you can hardly see that, but I think I'm just going to paint it in there anyway. And then we'll put some leaves on these trees to make it all make sense. Just have this limb go way up there. The live oak trees in Florida and in Georgia, South Carolina, they are so big. That looks kind of nice, doesn't it? Make this tree. Alright, let me put some green on here. Let me see if I can do this without it messing up too bad. No, that's too green. Let me mute it a lot. I'll be able to show that branch. Yeah, we got lots of leaves on there. See, that green is just too green, but if you mix it with that yellow ochre, it helps cut down on the vibrancy. And up here we need it to be darker. So we need darker leaves up here. And then lighter leaves down here. Get them in there. I meant to do my work today, but a butterfly flew past my window. Get this yellow ochre and this green over here. See, some of this can be dark on light and light on dark, just over and over again. Just keep doing the same thing. dark up here, up against that light. I might make it even... I probably need to put more branches up there, in addition to the leaves. Some of this too over here. Get some of that orange in there. How do you know when you're done? That's what people say to me a lot. The answer, I don't know. There's just something about you looking at a painting and say, that looks finished. It doesn't look finished yet to me. No, not this one. But I'm just saying, when I get that question, how do you know when you're done? It's a really good question, I guess. I just don't know that I know the answer. Some of these fringe areas. It's okay. It's not perfect, but it's okay. I don't know what I would do to make it perfect. To be honest with you, I don't really know. I think some of the lights need to be lighter. Like right here. I think this needs to be lighter right here. I'm okay with it, but I think I want to add something to it. Alright, let me get a smaller brush. It looks alright, but I don't know. Use a small brush. Let me get some more. I'm going to put some more Payne's Gray on my palette. Let's see. What do you think? Should I? I'm doing it. I'm not sure I'm doing the right thing here. I try to put a lady here, I think. There's somebody on a swing. Silhouette of a lady on a swing. Put that swing right there. What do you think so far? Maybe there's her swing. There's a rope going right through her fingers. I'm going to bring it right up to all the way up. All the way up. What do you think about that? Okay, where would that go now? It's going to keep going up. All the way up to that limb. There's a tall, there's a long rope going down. kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I think she's swinging on that rope, on that swing. Let me put a little light on her hair. Maybe this color. And then on her shoulders. And on her hand. Makes the sky a little bit brighter. Let's add some more bright spots here. Maybe some light greens. A few more little branches too up here. Just some lines indicating wild growth. The trees, wild growth. I wasn't going to use lemon yellow, but I'm going to try it. Let's see what it does. So that's what I mean when I say lemon yellow. That color right there. It might just be, yeah. There might be some places for that. Just a few spots maybe where the sun is just hitting these tree limbs. There's a few places, you know, where the sun is a little bit brighter. Down here too. Down here on the ground. There we go. And then down here on the ground too. Okay, I think that's good enough. What do you think? It looks like a good composition. Maybe make her hair longer. Yeah, I think I'll make her hair longer. Just a little bit. I'll take a little bit of this yellow. I'll put it right along the edge there. Here we go. Just a young lady having a nice afternoon on a swing hanging from a tree. There we go. A little bit. I think I'm gonna call it done. What do you think? Do you like this one? I don't know what to call it. How about I just call it On the Swing? Alright, I'll talk to you later.